EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Brissett going to go to the air right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the... less as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They run again on first down. Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action now. Cousins. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll throw again. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And some room to maneuver. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Throwing. Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Second down and goal. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Third and goal for Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Here's Watson. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Now Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2nd down. Here's Chubb again. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 157 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Chubb is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Watson on first down. Bell brings it in across the formation. Touchdown, Browns! David Bell, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns get a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Complete, Jefferson the target. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. They were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now Cousins on fourth down. That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins rolling to his right. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Again, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cousins. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Throw caught there by Osborne. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got some space here. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook from 17 yards out. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They'll run with Chubb. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Off of play action, it's Watson on the move to his left. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Running for it, here's Chubb, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down in the end zone. Cousins taken down for the safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. David Njoku. 43 yards. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9 go, meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, try and hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because...
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Fourth down, Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for first downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback that's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins got an open man finding Jefferson. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now Chubb running right. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's got room. Past the 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff. The Vikings will line up
for Cousins will try and throw. That's caught, and he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
They go with Chubb on second down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And oh, no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. Cousins here to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5, 2nd and 4. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Good route there. Hey, Steven.
To throw is Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.